Kamajoba everyone. I'm still in Georgia, but I have big news for you guys. I will quit backpacking because I will start bikepacking. Why am I quitting backpacking and start bikepacking? I started travel this time in January, and then now it's June. It's been about maybe 5 months, and at this point I am a bit lethargic with just going from place to place and hostels to hostels, and I want a different kind of experience when I travel. So when I was volunteering at Chapato, I met a few cyclists. 3 of them were cycling together, and there was also Rio, and he's been cycling for like 3 years. Yeah, I definitely thought about, cycling looks nice, but it's too much of a hassle. I didn't want to bother about it. And one thing that Rio asked got to me. He was like, do you want to cycle? You can buy a bike for my friend over at the village, and then we can cycle together. The reason that got me was because he made it seem like cycling is so easy. You can just get a bicycle and start cycling. However, other people feel like they need a proper touring bicycle, proper panniers, proper everything. But Rio is like, you have a bicycle, let's cycle. And that really got to me. So ever since that conversation with him, my mind got stuck with really switching from backpacking to bikepacking. And whatever I have now took me 1 week of 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. scouring the whole of Tbilisi to look for all whatever I need for my backpacking. I even traveled like 100 kilometers from Tbilisi to view a bicycle that I did not know I was going to buy. I think one thing that enticed me about bikepacking is you get to see the parts of the country which you otherwise would be too inconvenient to go to, like the villages and the town side, and you get to see these people from the villages. They are more often than not excited to see you. I realized that when you travel from cities to cities, like capitals, countries, the thing I noticed with big cities where travelers always end up in is that the locals get a bit jaded with tourists. So it's so common to them that they don't really give the best hospitality to tourists or travelers, and also it might not portray what the country has to offer. So I think bikepacking, as amateur as I am, might be able to switch the kind of experience I'm gonna have when I travel. So this is my bicycle. Like I told you, I got this bicycle in Kareli, which is 100 kilometers away from Tbilisi, and it took me 1.5 hours Mashutka ride plus another half an hour of taxi to get to the small village. And going back, I have to cycle 2 hours and take a train 1 more hour. So it's a total of 5 hours just to get this bicycle. Bicycle bags and panniers are notoriously difficult to get in Tbilisi. So to my accommodation that I'll be using instead of hostels, this is a Salewa Mikra 2. It is a 2-person tent, but yeah, it doesn't look like a 2-person tent. It looks more like a 1.5-person tent. You can see, let's open this. Yeah, you can see like one of the mat kind of covers almost a whole space. I mean, you can squeeze 2-person in, but it's not going to be very comfortable. So I think it's very comfortable for 1 person, but 2 maybe not. So I got this tent in Tbilisi, and this shop has like 30% off, so I thought, I got it at quite a good deal. I'm not sure. Outdoor stuff in Tbilisi is really expensive. I've seen sleeping bags which is online price is like 40 euros, and over here it's like maybe 150 euros. I don't even know why the prices are so much, but it is. And I really got to pick and choose if the brand is worth it or not and all that. So it's a whole puzzle game looking for items here. This is so far one of my most unnecessary yet worthy purchase. I got this stool at 45 lari, which is maybe 18 USD, and so far it's been great. It's good for my butt, good for my knees, and good when I'm cooking, so all is good. I'm so used to looking for stuff online, so when I look at bicycle shops, the online stores, a lot of them don't even list panniers as part of the items, and you have to go to the shops one by one to check whether they have panniers. Sometimes items in their online store does have the thing you want, but you go to the shop, they say they don't have it, and those of the things that's not on the website, somehow they have it in the shop. So it's a really hit and miss, so you really have to check every single shop, which I did, and I managed to get all 4 panniers, 2 in the front, 2 at the back. This is my backpack that I was carrying, a 46 liter. I attached it to the back above the panniers. And this is my tent. So I got everything in the span of 1 week, which was really tiring. And now my first mission is actually to cycle back to my volunteer place, which is Chappeto, because Rio is there, my Japanese friend, and we plan to cycle together from there. I'm on my first day cycling to Chappeto. As you can see, I'm camping right now. Hopefully it's stealthy enough that nobody will see. I think it's pretty good. First day, I left Tbilisi at about 2 p.m. and at 5:30 p.m. I crashed my bicycle. I think I was going downhill. It was maybe 35 kilometers an hour or 30 kilometers an hour, and I got distracted. I was looking at one building on the left side. I thought it was like, okay, it's okay. What's that facility over there? And before I know it, my wheels was on the gravel on the side of the road. I panicked. I jam braked. It didn't go well. I skid and I crashed the bike. So the pannier that I bought, the front pannier that I bought, one of the hooks broke. And I got some injuries over here. This is a slight of an abrasion. I got a bit of abrasion here, a cut. But good thing was I was wearing riding gloves, so my palm was skidding through the whole gravel, and I managed to get away without any wound. So that was really lucky. I chose to wear gloves on this ride. Yeah, I sustained some injuries as well. I think, yeah, just a bit of this and that, but the fall isn't so bad. Yeah, the fall isn't so bad. I think I lost control, I lost focus for a bit, and then I just end up on the gravel on the side of the road. I panicked and I fell off the bike. Thankfully I wasn't that injured. It was just the pannier that's broken, so there's something to be fixed. I'm like about 3 hours into the ride today. I started at 2 p.m. so I don't think I can make it very far right now. I need to rectify this. Yeah, it's lesson learned, I guess. But in any case, that wasn't a good start. I think I only managed to clear like 30 kilometers of 30 kilometers today, which is a lot of it is uphill. A lot of it is uphill, and my legs are not used to cycling at the moment, so I need to train up definitely. But uphill really take a toll on me. Yeah, so what's my plan now? I think phase 1 is already done, which is getting a bicycle, getting a tent. I am prepared, almost like maybe 95% prepared. I've gotten all the items that I need. Where I'm going, we are likely heading down from Chappeto down to Tbilisi and down to Armenia, and after that through Iran. That is the tentative plan for now. It's kinda a bit blurry, but that's the general direction. I'm actually going to volunteer for another 2 more weeks in Chappeto. Just because Rio is there, and I probably would enjoy another 2 weeks of really good food and volunteering and the community feel, and while preparing for the bikepacking with him. So yeah, so this is the major change that I'm making for my travel. I think after 5 months of backpacking and another like 7 months of backpacking like 8 years ago, I think it's time that I switch it up. Learn to be a bit more thrifty, camp a little bit. I think camping is really exciting, and it's something I need to learn on how to do it, and cooking and all that, and backpacking, and just leave a smaller footprint when I travel instead of just bus, trains, planes, and hostels to hostels. Just bring it down a little bit to a simplified travel. So end of the day, I really hope that this would inspire people that you don't really need a lot of things to travel. If I manage to bring down my budget on a daily basis, then if I could do it, like a lot of people could just grab a bicycle, grab some bags, and just go. It doesn't have to be expensive, but you just have to want to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video and this update. I know it's a bit different, but it feels like it's time that I do some bikepacking. Otherwise, like if I don't do it now, I don't know when else I will have the time to do it. Stay tuned for future videos. It might not be as frequent as I like it to be, just because it's a bit more difficult with the camera when you're riding bicycle, but I'll try my best to keep on the weekly upload. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, click the subscribe button and follow my journey. If you don't want to, it's okay. You can also follow my Instagram, Retrenched Traveler, on my Instagram. And till next time.